What's up, everybody? It's me, King Epic. I hope everybody's doing great today. So today I'm bringing something new to the channel. This game was just released yesterday. I've been getting, little insights of it and everything, checking a few things out to at least get a concept of it before I just dive right onto it into my channel. But I'm gonna be showing my settings first, and then we'll go into talking about who I'm gonna be starting my campaign with. And it's gonna be basically, I'm gonna do maybe 1 to 2 campaigns and just put them on my channel like every other day, or I'm gonna set a schedule for these videos to be put out. Now, fair warning, I don't know exactly how my computer is gonna be handling the graphics and the battles when it comes to everything, and also recording. So if sometimes the recording comes out a little bit messed up or something, I'm very sorry for that. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to upgrade my computer and get things running. But anyways, I'm going to show in the advanced. I'm running a couple things at ultra and high, and I definitely wanted to have the unit size at extreme, which gives you 240 units compared to let's say I think it was like 120 or 150 or 160 or something like that. So I'm going to be using extreme unit size, so it's going to be huge battles, and it's pretty crazy. From what I've seen so far, to be fair, and the battles, the only thing that really just throws me off is the watchtowers. They're really strong, and they kill a bunch of units. So a very, very big, warning and everything. And I'm gonna try my best to pronounce these names. I'm horrible with any type of pronunciation, so I'm gonna try and learn my best way to just pronounce the names as best as possible, or whenever I'm fighting. But if I'm correct, I was looking at all these, and there's actually, I believe, 12 to 14 or something like that. I forgot how many. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you have 3, that's 9, 11, 14. Yeah, you have 14 factions that you can actually play as if you did buy the game early and you pre-ordered it. I believe if you buy the game after the 25th or something like that, you could still get the yellow turbans for like a week or something. But I'm not going to be playing the yellow turbans. I'm going to be playing this faction.
One who bends does not break.
Yuan Shao.
So his name is Yuan Shao. So that's going to be the first pronunciation I'm going to be trying. Also, I just wanted to throw in here, I have combat, campaign difficulty level hard, battle difficulty level hard. Obviously, as I get more used to the game, I figure out everything, I'm going to be putting it at a higher difficulty or anything. But battle limit is no time limit, everything is kind of set. I am gonna be playing on romance. I tried records, which is basically, records is kind of just like all the other Total Wars, where you have a general and he has like a little company of cavalry and everything. So I'm gonna be doing romance. I might do campaigns later on that are just records, so that it's kind of a classic type of campaign. But I really did try it, and I tried for a little bit, and it just kind of feels bland, because the heroes they could just die like easily, and it kind of sucks. So I was like enjoying romance because of the fact that the heroes were they're significant. So if you want to read this and you want to pause the video and read what these the differences between the two, let me know. But I am going to be doing romance with the 3 kingdoms. Let's start.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dong Zhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luo Yang burns, chaos ignites, as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. But it will not go quietly. There are those who would resist. Yuan Shao knows he has the strength to face the tyrant. Though the sleeping dragon lies, will this chaos awaken him? China is in turmoil. The great empire of the Han, stretching back ages
So
beyond
this
counting.
this is how it begins for every campaign that I've seen so far. The lady reads all of these lines.
Began raising their banners in rebellion.
But I'll just let this play out so you guys can actually hear it and listen.
In response, generals loyal to the Emperor rose up and put down the rebellion. Yet despite the victory, the chaos only grew. With the corruption at the very heart of the Empire, the loyal generals stormed the Imperial Palace and killed the 10 eunuchs, the source of China's ills. In the madness, the warlord Dong Zhuo seized the Emperor. With the great warrior Lü Bu at his side, none dared oppose him. In response to Dong Zhuo's brazen display, treason some call it, a coalition of warlords rose up, led by the charismatic Yuan Shao, to save the Han. Faced with united opposition, Dong Zhuo retreated west to his stronghold of Chang'an, razing the old capital Luoyang to the ground as he fled. It is now the year 190 CE, and the coalition has all but collapsed. Warlords on all sides have seen opportunities to build their own fortunes from the chaos. Yellow turban remnants still stalk the lands, seeking the age of the yellow sky, whilst soldiers of fortune feel the change of fate on the wind and strike out on their own. The scales shift, and China hangs in the balance.
Alright, so that was the whole big intro that they actually do, and they have still a little intro here, so I'm gonna let this play as well.
The tyrant knows no mercy. He has razed Luoyang to ashes.
Together we ended the eunuch's corruption, but this butcher knows nothing but his own ambition.
He has fled to Chang'an with the young emperor.
So now he controls the Han. I cannot let a tyrant control the fate of China. We must act.
We must, my lord, but there are still rebels and bandits to consider. China is beset by dangers, and the warriors of the coalition seem to have lost their zeal.
Perhaps then, it is time I picked up these listless pieces and placed them back on the board.
The dragon of Yuan has lain dormant for too long, my lord. It is past time he let the world know his power.
Alright, so the intro, I know it was a very long intro and everything, but it is finally done. For future campaigns that I do start, I will be skipping like all that until I get to this point where they start talking, because when the lady starts talking and they're talking to each other, it's different for every campaign. So that's actually, it's pretty interesting how it goes. But I am playing Yuan Shao. I'm gonna still try and make sure I get the pronunciation right. But he, as you saw, he was the leader of the coalition, and you know, I guess now we're just doing the aftermath of what happened when the coalition fell apart, and then Dong Shao taking over. So establish your power. Obviously, I have to claim Han Empire regions, defeat the Yellow Turbans, and be wary of Gongzhan. If I'm correct, I know Gongzhan is in the north and the northeast, and he is actually pretty strong, and I know for sure he'll just have like an empire further down the line. As you can see, the map is very beautiful. You can zoom all the way out and you just actually see the whole entire map. The map is huge, and I mean, when I mean huge, I feel like it'll take forever to actually complete like a very long campaign, but you know, honestly, I do not mind at all. I am gonna auto resolve the first fight because of the fact that it is very easy, but I am not gonna lie, a lot of things are very different when it comes to nice little execution right there.
Naturally, I won.
You could skip this. You get income every time you actually kill someone. You could get more income with ransom. You get military supplies, which military supplies I see is very important when going to another territory. And I guess they kind of took this from Thrones of Britannia, where, you know, when you go to another territory or you go across the sea or something to basically lay waste and gather more land, military supplies is very important, because then you actually start getting attrition and start losing troops fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be just recruiting them for a lot, and then if I need actually some supplies or something, I will just seize, you know, supplies to have my units just stay alive. So I'm gonna recruit over here. Boom.
Confirmation of my superiority.
There we go. So now we got the taste of blood. This actually gives us plus 30 military supplies for 3 turns and 5 morale faction wide. So this is amazing. And you're gonna see a lot of missions going flying by, and it's gonna be pretty crazy on that. But I'm gonna try my best to really explain the game to those that don't normally watch this, or, you know, just want to understand the game better, and or how this game is. I am gonna try and slow down my talking, because I feel like I'm talking a little too fast for for anybody that hasn't actually played these games. So to be fair, when it comes to building construction and everything, I have yet to really look into it. You know, obviously what kind of sucks is that I wish I can like click and then kind of look at it, but you can't actually do that anymore. You can click here and then look, but like the building has to be done in order for you to actually do that. So when I'm coming over here, if I wanted to actually see this, I would have to like probably right click and see the massive details it gives. But I am going to be doing a conscription, because I want to booster up my military. And before I go any forward, the whole UI is totally different compared to what the other Total Wars have given, and I absolutely love it. Once you get really used to it, you really understand what's going on in the game, and you'll be able to just navigate everything yourself. So you have over here, you have your court, which basically, you know, it has your faction heir, your generals, your, you know, all of the type of things that you can just use people to become their counselor, prime minister, give them their certain ranks to the big, I guess, faction-wide family and stuff. You do have your family tree over here, which is a huge family tree. I did not even know that his family was this big. When I did Liu Bei or something, like, I believe it was Liu Bei, his family tree was so small. He doesn't even have a family. I think he only had 3 brothers or something like that. So this is pretty interesting to see that I do actually have a family now. What I do find pretty cool is that it actually tells you how they died. So this guy died of old age at the age of 74. So that's actually pretty good. This is Yuan Shao. I did try a little mini campaign with him, but I chose Yuan Shao because
The absence of people
oh Jesus,
is indicative of China's sickness.
I forgot that they randomly talk sometimes. So Yuan Shao is actually, I just prefer him better, but I do like Yuan Shao because he has these rapid tiger infantry, which are really freaking cool. But as you can see, it has his brother over here, and he's of a total different faction. But this is my wife, I'm assuming, and that is pretty cool. So let's get into it. It actually shows you a bunch of characters and all the people that you currently know, and it actually tells you their age. I did not know Yuan Shao is actually 48 years old. So that is hella old, and that means maybe my heir, which is Yuan Tan, Yuan Tan, is probably gonna be coming to be my king soon. But he's at the age of 18, so that's pretty good. Anyways, let's go back to this. So then we go into diplomacy over here. Diplomacy, obviously, it tells you down here who's you're at war with, your trade partners, vassals, and allies. Now I will say this is pretty cool because it limits you to 1 trade partner, so you kind of do need to make sure that you trade with the right person. Over here as well, it says you if you have a non-aggression pact, at war, etc. You can do it based off of relative strength. So you could do, you know, the strongest to the weakest, and then obviously attitude. It's kind of the same thing, so just like the other one. So it's still pretty nice. They keep some of the things so that people know how to work the game still, but it's still a lot to actually learn and keep track of. Anyways, we're gonna come over here. I am going to be attacking this city over here on the farmland. See, now I would want to actually fight this battle for you guys. Let me see if you can do a map view. If it's a fort, no, it's not a fort. Okay, so I'm gonna actually fight this fight, because if it's a fort, well, a mini like little city, I've had it where like the watchtowers just take out easily like 60 to 70 of my units just from them shooting at them. Oh,
I knew that someone must put a stop to the darkness consuming China. I knew too that it could only be me. I will take this fight to Dongzhuo and any other who would seek to exploit China, wherever, whenever, however.
all right, so that was pretty interesting. I forgot that they actually do talk in this little menu part, but he's the first to actually give a huge speech like that, so that was actually pretty interesting to listen to. Now I do have the defenders of Hebei. I believe that's Hebei, and they're pretty good at infantry. I would say I might get a mod later on, hopefully, that actually has better unit cards. I like the unit cards, but like the fact that it just shows you like bow or whatever, I want to actually like be able to see the unit itself and how it looks. So I don't know if maybe that changes or something in the UI that I haven't actually looked at. But we're gonna get our bows here, over here, and then I don't know why it keeps doing that where it puts them like to the side. So there is a duel thing once I get close to the other general that they can duel, but I'm not actually gonna be fighting any general or anything, I believe. But this is Yuan Shao. He is a 48-year-old commander, and he looks awesome. Honestly, I hope the graphics, you know, everything looks pretty sick and it comes out really nice. That green looks amazing on him. Yuan Shao. These are my units. I'm gonna use my cav over here on the side. Keep them in what is it called? Incognito, and hide them in the forest. But let's fight this battle out. They're all the way in the upper left mountain, which is actually pretty bad for me. I'm gonna start grouping my units. So I got one group here, one there. Alright, so move up my units. By the way, I am not the best when it comes to actually I still need to learn how to do like little movements on the battlefield and keeping, you know, using everyone and moving them as in a big formation and everything. So if anybody ever wants to help me out with that, I sometimes just don't even, I just forget how to do it, or just the best way to do it without actually messing up my entire units when they're running on the battlefield. I will say in this game, missile units are very, very strong, and I mean very strong. Like, if you can get nice volleys off the whole time, then you're gonna be dishing out so much damage. For one, I cannot stress this enough. I cannot wait for the blood DLC to come out for this game. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be amazing, and the cinematic fighting. I love cinematic fighting. I know some people personally don't love cinematic fighting, but me, I absolutely love cinematic fighting. So actually, heroes do have like their own little abilities in romance. In the regular records mode, you actually don't have any type of abilities with your heroes, which kind of was kind of sucky, because it doesn't even have like rally or anything, which I assume you'd have to actually achieve and get. Alright, so I'm gonna be moving up here. I'm gonna try and get my archers to start shooting at their archers over here. I'm gonna make sure I move up my units up to here so they don't start getting shot at. I'm gonna keep my heroes. The good thing is I believe they have no heroes, so this is actually gonna be pretty good for me to take advantage of. But they do have archer superiority, so I'm gonna be moving up units fast. There we go. So as you can see, archers really do a hell of a lot of damage, but they have way more. They have archer superiority, so I'm actually losing archers left and right here.
Our warriors run.
Yeah, I'm gonna be losing a lot of units here. And now the archers they shoot crazy fast, so they have a massive range too. So I'm trying to get out of the range for the archers over there. I'm gonna be moving these units on the side over here. And then I'm gonna take my heroes and I'm gonna start bashing them in. He's a actual warlord. I mean, he's not a warlord, sorry. He's a champion, so he's actually gonna be pretty good at actually fighting. I'm gonna use that so they actually 100% block chance. I totally forgot about that. Blocking fire. I'm gonna take my cavalry over here, move them behind. I'm sending in my heroes. I know some people complain that the heroes are kind of OP, but I prefer them like this than to just having to always keep them behind or something like that. But I will say this, even in romance, they do die pretty fast. They are not like massively OP as some people really think. Now, if it's a hero versus just one little unit, and you know you have nothing else left, then yeah, they're definitely just be rampaging through a unit. I see a little bash over here. These are the defenders of PB. Ooh, little bash right there. I love the way they swing the swords and everything. Let's try and get some Yuan Shao in here. Let's see if he does like a little slash. I love when they do like little slashes or something. I have my horsemen over here. My archers are gonna come back. I'm gonna fire over here. So I got Yuan Shao over here. He's actually making sure that he takes care of these archers. Is he actually gonna do that? No, he's not. Oh, that was like a nice little hit right there. So heroes might be really good at taking out archers over here, because archers can really be a pain. And my cav is actually taking hits, so it's time to actually move them up in here. I did not know that my archers actually weren't actually doing any damage or anything. Sorry, I know it's a lot of I will say this, battles are definitely harder in this game than in any Total War I've played, because they really delegated that it's, you know, it's not as easy as you think. I don't know why he's not actually fighting. So he's over here still chasing arrows over here. How are my my heavy halberd units doing? If I'm correct, I don't know if it's oh, there you go. Oh, that was like a little cinematic right there. Just literally picked them up and lifted them. Oh man, I can't wait for the Blood DLC to come out. This is sick. Like the way they fight in this game just is amazing, honestly. Oh, he just kicked him right there. My halberd units are losing pretty bad. I didn't know that my units actually ran out of ammo. He's still chasing them over there.
Our victory grows ever closer.
I'm gonna use the spacebar. When I use the spacebar, it clears out all the woods and everything, so I can actually see what's going on here. But these are kind of just like really early game type of units, so you know, in regards to like superiority over the enemy, it's not, I'm not gonna be overdoing it. Oh, these units, I'm gonna come in here and march them into here. My bows. The one thing I don't see is actually like how much arrows they have, but I see that now. I just figured that out. How many arrows I have is this little thing right here. So I think that's pretty good. It tells you like the actual percentage that it has. So it's actually pretty interesting. Oh, are we gonna see a little charge in here? Don't. Oh, ooh, ooh, little kick in. That was pretty sick. Even though it's only little 9 little cav units, it's actually still pretty good.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Alright, so he's actually taken out a whole bunch of units. I did not even see he's taken out 200 and something units. That is actually pretty insane. I'm gonna make sure I take that off and I put them into melee form so that they could chase down these units. And I'm gonna just speed this up so that we could chase them down. Yuan Shao. Chase them down over here. I want to make sure that I get rid of all of the little army here. Actually, no, I don't think it matters because I'm taking the settlement. Alright, so we're gonna end the battle. It was a pathetic victory. Their archers really did do a massive hit on me, because they just had way more archers than me. And I think what is this unit? Oh, it doesn't tell you. But this unit, depending on the archers too, if the archers are higher quality, they're going to be doing way more damage. They did actually have a good 500 more units on me, so it's interesting. Now the occupy, I don't know what the lineage is, to be fair. I think I need to figure out what that is, but occupy population is very important in this game. I'm still learning actually about the population, but I think once I get the hang of the game, I'll be able to, if anybody has questions or anything, I can really you know, give some tips and everything to help people in their campaigns if they're struggling, or even just learning the game if this is the first game you're starting off with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna secure and occupy. It gives me a lot of faction support, 30 military supplies, 20% of replenishment for garrisons, and 20% replenishment for my actual units as well. So
it will prosper for the better under my rule.
There we go. So now I have the support from the people, plus 5 public order, and plus 25 faction support. Now my lineage, now that I'm seeing it's over here, and we're gonna look into that for a little bit. So your heroes do level up, so the more higher your heroes, the more skill points you get for them, and the more they're gonna be doing damage in fights, or the more they're gonna be able to command your units on the battlefield. So now I have to, Yuan Shao builds a land worthy of his name. Basically construct or upgrade a building in Yi, which I'm actually already doing. I believe I'm constructing a military building. For people that don't know, you can only construct one building at a time in these provinces or in these little cities and towns. So you need to make sure that, you know, you're kind of not wasting turns or anything, because they do cost turns to actually upgrade them, and you're going to be using 4 turns to upgrade one building. Anyways, let's come over here. I know I think I did I lose some units? I believe I did lose some units, but I'll have to wait till next turn to actually recruit some new ones. Let's come over here and look at the lineage effects from total. -2 lineage decay this season, minus 15% occupation options, increase 5 plus 5 faction leader deployed in army, decrease -2 lineage fading, total 3. Okay, used to recruit new characters for the unique settlement occupation option. High lineage reduces costs for captain routines, I believe it's routines, and increases replenishment. Lineage is gained from all members of alliances and coalitions that this faction has initiated. So okay, so the higher the lineage, the more I'll be able to recruit, like I believe the routine, or I'll have to figure out the pronunciation of that. The higher of that, I believe I can actually recruit a whole big army, not army, but a unit that has a commander, and he has army, like a couple of units with him. So that kind of, I guess, makes sense. But if I'm correct,
an emperor must be of worthy lineage.
So as you can see, he has expertise, resolve, cunning, instinct, and authority. These all I'm still learning about them, but I believe these they tell you what they actually are about. So plus 5 ammunition, resolve gives you more health for your general and better population. Expertise is construction cost, but that's like for your administration, and plus 12 melee evasion, and then authority gives you +8 satisfaction and 13 morale. So I guess, you know, your attributes over here are very important for your faction leader, that you want him to be very strong and make sure that he actually is able to just lead your faction into glory, I guess. So melee power, I guess this tells you determines how much damage a unit can cause in melee. So I guess that's actually pretty good. Tells you like some more advanced stats over here that I'll be looking more into, of course. Military relations, you can see that, you know, I'm rivals with my brother, which is actually really interesting. And it's, I forgot the history a little behind that. But anyways, let's come over here. I'm gonna go and click my character, if I can get him. There you go. And I'm gonna go to open character details. So each character does have like little weapons or anything, and they have like different stats themselves. They give more expertise, or they lower one of these little attributes that they have, which is pretty good because the higher quality, the better they'll be doing. So I believe this is it looks like it's a refined, yeah, this is a refined item. This is a unique armor. So the more and more you get, I guess your hero changes visually. And I know you can get different mounts and everything, but I did get a follower. So I have a common, which is a builder. He has +2 expertise and -1 construction time. And then I have an eavesdropper, which is +2 authority and +5 cover cost for enemy spies. So I'm going to be using the construction, obviously, for over here. And then for this is a book of changes. So +8 cunning, +8 satisfaction, plus 15% chance of ambushing, and 30% chance of avoiding an ambush. So this is actually really good for my commander, which is Yuan Shao. And you know, obviously the better equipment and everything I'll be getting, the more and more I'll be re-equipping stuff. Also, something that I know some people might question is technology. Technology is definitely different in this game. You know, you can't actually just do technology and go turn by turn by turn. They actually do it by reform. So the next reform is in 3 turns. So in 3 turns, I'll be able to just actually research one of these technologies, and then you go down their trees themselves. So it's pretty interesting. It's very different from what Total War has actually done, where usually you just, you know, you get this and then you go down a tree, or in Warhammer where you upgrade, you know, depending on the faction, they go by certain little technologies and everything. So this is pretty interesting, where you actually have to go down a tree itself and you know, see which way you want to actually go down a military tree, or, you know, agriculture, philosophy and trade, infrastructure and economy, and then we have government reforms. So I already see that we have one in government reforms, which is pretty good, but I might go into military because I definitely need to be expanding. I am at war with, I believe I'm at war with Dengzhou and the Han Empire, and I'm at war with Yuan Shao, which is he's over here. I believe he had, if I'm correct, he only has 1 territory. No, he has like 2 cities. Yeah, he has a small city, and then he has a farmland. So the cities and towns are going to be really hard to take because of those the little watchtowers and everything, but honestly, we're just gonna have to get through it. But it's really cool. On the side, it tells you what kind of level they are. So this city over here is a level 5, so that's definitely gonna be the hardest to take itself. So anyways, I'm not gonna negotiate. The people that are actually happy with me is over here, but this, I've never actually seen this. So strength and threat, global rank 8. Their strength compared to yours is superior. And then threat safe, they do not seem to pose a real threat to you. And then so that's actually pretty cool. I did not know that they actually added that in. And I love how the time of day changes throughout, even if I haven't changed the season or anything. You can make a quick deal, which I'm possibly not going to be doing quick deals. And that's about it, if I'm correct. There's a lot more to, like, actually, like, cities, armies, or known factions. You know, they have a lot where you don't have to continuously go into, like, diplomacy and see what's going on. But you can't actually recruit until the next turn, so I'm gonna just end the turn. But they do have the encampment, ambush, and then forced march, basically, which is pretty interesting. All right, and the turns, I'm not gonna lie, the turns go by really fast, which is really nice. I would assume later down the line in the game, the more people actually acquire land and the less factions there are, then the faster and faster the turns will actually go. So I did get my military building going, and let's see what the next mission is. Recruit and maintain a total of 10 at the start of a new turn. So growing might, this will increase, it will say plus 50 bonus experience for units per season, and then plus 10 replenishment faction wide, which is really good. Faction replenishment is very, very important. So you can actually work on both. I believe this is a little province, if I'm correct. This is its own province. So I do have one whole province by itself now. I can upgrade this, which will give me plus 1 seasonal routine. I'm hoping that's routine or retina. Deployments minus 6k population, plus 2 starting rank. I don't know, that doesn't seem interesting, or not interesting, but good enough. This gets a population increase. I can actually increase my town to make it a large town, which will actually increase my population by 400k, well, plus 200k. That's insane. What does this do? I love how it tells you your little garrison as well. I think the colors are pretty good. I don't know if they'll be changing in the future, but it still actually looks pretty good. So what I might do is I might do this, the irrigated farms, because it does have military buildings construction cost reduction. It gives me more income plus food and more population growth, which is really good. But this one, the food trader, gives you a little bit more income, but you lose food, and I really want to make sure that I keep food straight. I totally forgot that the money and everything is up here in the left hand corner. Your faction food, which is 7 at the moment, and then resource wise, so obviously the more resources you get, the more your trade is going to, basically everybody's going to want to be trading with you and everything. So I could get another commander, but honestly I want to actually get a huge force compared to just getting another big commander. I can actually get my wife into the army, or my son and heir, which might be nice, but I don't have the funds for that. And this is what it was. This was the captains that I was that the lineage is actually for. So the higher the lineage, I think the better. I believe the more, is it the more? No, just the cost reduction. So it's cost reduction and then replenishment. Okay, that makes sense. So, you know, obviously this guy's probably, oh no, this guy's probably the best, because you can get, it gives you like a whole full stack of army without actually having to pay for the army yourself and having to wait for them to replenish. So I'm going to not get a new character, but I'm going to get more units. What is this? What unit is this? Warriors of Yi, medium halberd infantry, and then you have the light halberd infantry, the light sword infantry. I can get light halberd cavalry or light sword cavalry. So I'm gonna get another cavalry over here, because I do want to have 2 cavalry units. I like to have 2 cavalry units in each of my armies. So that's pretty good. And I'm gonna do more archers. Definitely need more archers in the fight. You're gonna see a lot of my army compositions. They're not gonna be the same, but I tend to like doing 4 archers and 2 cavalry, and then I kind of mix and match when it comes to using my spear units and my sword units, because it's just how it really is. I don't think we have axe units yet, but I know in other factions they do have it. So I got the new mission done, recruit and maintain a total of 10 at the start of the new turn. So now I have more replenishment and more XP per season. If you guys didn't see, the XP for the units, basically hold 3 settlements, your lineage increases. Nice, new mission right there, which I would probably go for Henne or Henyi, maybe. It's one of the two. But as you can see over here, the units, they have their level, their current level, rank, and it actually tells you the amount of XP till the next level. Their upkeep, their rolls, which is rear line, cannot adopt advanced formations, and weak against cavalry. So obviously, you know, it tells you everything they're good against and everything they are they have a negative effect too. So next, let's we're recruiting. I want to recruit again, get some more units in here. I do only have 1,300 in my treasury, so I'm gonna try and see if I get I need some swordsmen. I actually really do need some swordsmen, and I can get them at level 3 rather than getting them at level 1. So I'm gonna recruit 3 swordsmen, and that's how we're gonna work that bit. I know I need to wait till the next turn, which I believe the next turn I do get a reform, which is really good, because then I'll be able to go into my military tree. So my upkeep is really bad right now. I'm only gonna be making about 813 per turn after this, which is not gonna be really well on my economy to upgrading buildings and everything. I do wonder how attrition works in this game in regards to when it comes to the snow or anything, but man, when I tell you this map is visually beautiful, like the city itself, I'm even surprised that my game is able to run at ultra or high or anything, and it's just, to me, it's just really interesting. So I'm not gonna recruit again. I'm gonna let my economy grow a little bit. I do want to upgrade another building soon, so we're gonna just wait and do it next turn. But I do have a reform, and this is how the technology does work over here. So I'm gonna go into military doctrines. So this branch will lead into increased military capabilities. So a -8 recruitment cost. I maybe should have waited to do this, and then I could have recruited a couple more units at a cheaper price, but man, it's whatever. So we have we can go down this way, which will give us, like, it'll unlock buildings and units itself, or we can go down this way, give us some more military supplies, and then get us better buildings. So, and the next as we can see up here, it says next reform in 5 turns. So in the next 5 turns, then I'll get to be able to do a new technology at the start of that turn. All right, let's end this. So I'm kind of thinking whether maybe I should go north. I know Gongjuan, I believe his name is Gongjuan or Gongjan. He's up here, and I know the bandit king and queen are up here. So I know going north is definitely going to be a problem. But also, I'm going south, you're having to deal with Cao and all of them is also going to be a very big issue. But looking at the map, province-wise, I'm not really sure if the lines are like that. Yeah, wait. Yeah, so I do own one whole little province, but then it's those little white border lines. Hopefully, maybe there's a mod that comes out that will actually increase the borderline, so it's a bit just a tiny bit thicker, unless there's some way I can actually increase that in the UI. But I'm gonna come over here to the farmland over here. Let's see what we have. I can actually click the city, and once you come over here, you click the garrison, and you have just a yellow bow unit and some regular like swordsmen like calves. So this might be an easy take for me when I'm actually gonna take this city. Then going over here, this is his actual capital, which might be a real pain to actually take. If you guys have any questions or anything, or offer little suggestions or anything, let me know in the comment section below, because I would really appreciate it. So I trade an auxiliary eavesdropper. Okay, we will assign. I'll take the non-aggression pack right now, just to make sure I don't get attacked on that front while I'm trying to expand south right now. The Han Empire does actually attack and everything, so don't think that you can just steamroll through them. They will be making sure that they can what is this? Oh, army points. Okay, so yeah, don't think you can just steamroll through the Han Empire. So my hero did increase in level. I'm trying to figure out whether, oh, this is where you can see his current XP. So I guess I'm 500 points away from going to level 4 with him. And oh no, I didn't get a point. Maybe it's a point for him.
I am at your disposal.
Wait, so what was this for? Huh. Hold on. Army action points available. What is that? What is? Huh. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where the action points are. Is it down here? Army effects. Oh, that zooms into the army. Maybe I click right on it.
Rotten foundations cannot hold.
Military relations. That is weird.
Welcome, my lord.
It's over here? No. Huh. I don't know how to actually get to the military action points. Maybe if someone could let me know in the next video, I'll find out in 2 seconds whenever I can actually figure this out. This is so weird. I didn't even see that I had a clay pig. I might actually put that on this guy over here. Give him a clay pig, and I can, oh no, it's the only follower I have. Can I give him a better weapon? No, it's Yuan Shao's. Huh. All right. Well, hopefully I can figure out what that little unit army action point is available. So, oh, that's what that is. The army action point was me going to attack a city, and I didn't even think about it. So I'm just gonna resolve this as superior forces, so it's a decisive victory. No point in actually doing that battle and probably losing more than what I bargained for. So I take that. I am gonna secure and occupy, because to be fair with the lineage, I don't think I want to do like straight captains right now, because I feel like it's maybe better to get maybe my heir into his own army and everything. I think captains will be good when I really need to make sure that I get, I don't lose a army or anything like that. So from each according to their ability. So send any character on an assignment. Okay, so my lineage will increase. So I'm assuming I can come over here. Oh, he's leveled up over here, and I got to figure out which way I'm going to be going. So this is +8 authority, which his authority is very low, +10 morale when attacking, +25 battle running speed, which is actually really good. Dignity, he has +8 instinct, enables disciplined, which I really wish I can like look and see what disciplined is, like what kind of ability that is. It doesn't like actually let you see what discipline means or anything. I mean, obviously you can tell what discipline means, but I want to see what attributes actually come from that. +8 experience, expertise and +10 melee armor piercing damage, which is really good, and plus 40% melee attack rate. That is actually really good for your army. -25% redeployment cost, +5 replenishment. Understanding unlocks industrial. No, I don't want that. So I think I might do zeal. Zeal looks really good. And then next I'll be probably going into authority, because authority is pretty important. But I see that the max is 200 when it comes to wait, no, it seems like, oh, I think my authority is the highest. So this is maybe once you reach a certain point, it like increases or something, because this is a very solid line. These are just like little solid lines. So maybe this is like level 2 of authority or something, and because it makes no sense, this is the smallest line, but these lines are longer than that, but it has more. So okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Plus 25. Oh damn, that sucks. All right, anyways, so as we can see over here, he actually has 2 armies right here ready. He's actually in here right now too. He has his archer masters, which are gonna do massive damage, yellow turban archers. So he's recruited a yellow turban commander, which is interesting. Oh, wait, Yuan Shao is a yellow turban, if I'm correct. I totally forgot about that. So no wonder why he has yellow turban troops and everything. I thought he like was able to recruit that, but he is a yellow turban. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. I'm definitely going to be needing to recruit more units and everything, but I am going to call a ending to this episode. I don't know if I'll be doing per se longer episodes or the same amount of time episodes for the next episodes that are coming, but I will figure out what you guys think, what if you guys like it, or you know what you guys want me to do, what you want me to do better, talk slower, etc. Just let me know. Any tips or tricks or anything will really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. But right now we're doing pretty good. It seems like there's going to be a huge battle here in the next episode, or there might be a huge battle here if they come across the sea and come and attack me. So I hope everybody has a good one. Please leave a like and please comment if anything. I would really appreciate it. And you know, I'll catch you guys in the next video. So peace out and see ya.